is Sofia, I'm 16 years old and I'm here to talk about the meaning of sustainable development to me. Since I was a kid, I always loved nature and to be in touch with it. Although I live in a capital city in Brazil, it's pretty common to me to see capybaras, macaws and other beings in urban areas, because Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, takes place mostly in my state. Besides of watching cartoons, I used to spend my afternoons watching TV programs about animals and the planet's ecosystem. As you can tell, I grew up to be very interested and impressed by the environment, but later on, worried about the human actions on it. I can say I'm aware of those because I'm privileged to have a good education and world knowledge in a country like mine, which is filled with inequality, corruption, and fragmentation. I have conditions to study in a great school and to have easy access to any information from anywhere in the world. Because of that, I also know that many don't have the opportunity to be properly educated and critical of what happens around the globe, as it's more relevant to think how they will go on through the day and whether they will make it to the next one. They have much urgent words than knowing what sustainable development is, and therefore, the primary step to spread its meaning is to improve quality of life by offering basic needs, such as better and affordable education, equal income, and more investments in health. Governments must assist people in more need and focus on how to build an equal society, and those who are aware of today's unfairness must fight it. Many find a species superior because of our rationality. We thought of math and science to try to uncover the world and universe. We thought of art to express ourselves. We thought of philosophy to try to understand ourselves. We keep improving technology and everything else, but we still fail. We fail when, blinded by power and profit, we shut our eyes to others. We fail when we mistreat someone for not fitting the system's pattern. We fail when we only care about ourselves. We fail when we try to fill our empty spaces with consumerism. The list goes on and on. We are far from being supreme. Once everyone has conditions to live better and is no longer trapped in a bubble of individualism, sustainable development is more likely to happen. People will understand that its goal is to unite development and the environment in a beneficial way for both, without compromising future generations. Don't you think that, if we are so intelligent, we shouldn't be ignorant enough to mistreat our own planet and other beings that live in it? We still depend on them, but they only depend on us to not destroy their home. We live in a globalized world, which means we are closer than ever thanks to technology. But we isolate ourselves in our comfort zones. It's important to realize and understand what goes on around us, because then we begin to want change. When you have an environmental consciousness, it becomes inevitable to care about Earth. You start not tolerating devastating disasters like the ones that happened in Brazil, in the cities of Mariana in 2015 and Barcarena in 2018, both involving mining companies that still haven't been punished. You start questioning if countries and their citizens are in fact willing to stop ignoring the threats that their choices may be to nature and themselves. As the philosopher Mary Daly once said, "We will look up the Earth and her sister planets as being with us, not for us." To me, sustainable development is to value the growth of the planet, not only in an economical way, but in a way that people unite and compromise to make the world a better place for all living beings and for those who are still to come. This matter cannot be left only to environmentalists and ecologists. Citizens must spread the word and try to be more sustainable and understanding with each other. It's the world leaders' job to be just and ethical and to make an effort to come up with plans and goals that are efficient and least harmful to Earth, besides listening to the population. It's essential that we respect nature's balance and that we find our own. To end this video, I quote the primatologist Jane Goodall. "You cannot go through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." So I ask you, what kind of difference do you want to make?